We're gonna go stick the intake on the Jeep, but real quick, I wanna show you something. Check it out. Special day here today. I blocked off my eggs and let my chickens keep them. And look what we got today. She's a little protective still. What you got there? Huh? What you got there?
We jack 'em up and then we riding high. We jack 'em up and then we riding high. We jack 'em up and then we riding high. We jack 'em up and then we riding high.
What is up, guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be installing a cold air intake on the 2016 Jeep JK. First off, I just want to mention this is a huge preference item. Some people might prefer no intake, just a stock setup. Some people might prefer the intake, or some people might prefer a snorkel intake. Depends on the application, but what makes Jeeps so cool is that you can customize it however you want. Whichever one you like the best, hey, go with it. You'll hear the little when it's sucking in for the air. Sounds really nice when you're taking off at a stop sign or when you're giving it wide open throttle or watt. This intake, if you want to get the same one, it is about $160 to $170. This is the model number and the brand. It's Rugged Ridge. So without further ado, let's get to it. The intake kit, piping filter, hardware, and gaskets, and what you need to put it on. Socket set, got snips, and a screwdriver. The Jeep molded a couple parts today. It's nice out here. Some of the pre-install on this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this rubber trim around the inside of this. This rubber mount goes right here in the back. Air sensor grommet, there we go. Pull this bad boy off. You gotta take everything from the throttle body here, over, out. Then get rid of the box that this is in. Then we'll put the new one in the same spot. Loosen the clamps on the throttle body and the breather box. But we can just pop these bad boys off there. Just like that. Looks like a 10mm bolt. There's an air sensor. I'm going to push down on the clip and just pull it out. Take this out. And I want to remove this and put it into the new intake. It's got an arrow of which way you remove. So it'll turn this way. There's what it'll look like when you pull it out. I don't want this to get damaged. It's very fragile. I don't want to let anything touch it. So I'm going to put it right immediately into the new intake tube. I've already put the gasket in there. Go ahead and remove the hose on top of that box. Just pulls right out of there. Now you'll take off the radiator shroud top nut. So if you look here, your power steering fluid, there's your radiator cap. Coming right down here, this tab where this nut is, 8mm. You want to remove that one. Get down here, there's two washers. Two of these big thick things that held the box in. You want to go ahead, the windshield's this way. So towards the engine, you want to pull these two off. They'll feel like they're not going to come, but they'll just pop right on out of there. There we go. Once those are off, just place the spacers right there on top. Now we take our heat shield box, line these two holes up with those spacers we just set down in there, and this will come over to that heat shroud bolt we took off. This is a very simple, easy job, but this part of it, it makes the job go really, really quick if you just have somebody help you for 1 second. These two M6 bolts right here, they're going to come in from the bottom of the car. They're going to go through the frame of the car, through those spacers, and then through the heat shield cover. So in order to get to that, we're going to come under here, under the wheel well, pull out this plastic thing and feed them up through there. You'll be able to kind of see it. This is going to be one of those things where you're going to get frustrated and be walking around mad all day trying to do this by yourself. But if you got a friend, just start to put it up in through there, let them grab it and pull it through. It takes no time at all. The two bottom bolts are on from the bottom, but we're not going to snug them in yet until we replace that bolt on top of the radiator. Little tip to tighten those bolts if you just got one person. On the heat shield, you place the rubber mount right there as shown. And I put that on there earlier, but I'm going to tighten it down now. Place the hose connector here, just like that. Put these rings on nice and loose. I like to face mine the same way. Makes it easy to work on. You can do whatever you want with them, slide them down on there, whatever. Fix that through the throttle body, through the hole. It's about like that. Again, I like to line up all my stuff. Tighten her down. Take the vacuum hose and stick on one of your clamps. Slide it back. Put that right on the intake. Man, this 90-degree stuff is getting old. Ooh, so hot. The intake mounts to the heat shield right under here. That rubber spacer right down there has a bolt coming out of it. We put these on, but I can't film it. There's no place to get a camera down in there. Last part of the actual intake is to take the air sensor and plug it back in. It's right on the bottom here, so we'll snap that in. Don't let her see that part. The stock intake had a holder that held this radiator overflow hose up on top here, nice and clean. This kit's really nice. It comes with these. You put this on this hose and use your factory bolts right where they were. So we'll go ahead and put them on now. Last but not least, we have this weather stripping. Goes over top and it seals out the heat, or some of the heat. Throw this cover back on and we'll fire it right back up. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and also check down on my channel. I've got all kinds of other videos of the Jeep. Just about all the modifications are on there, and there's all kinds of other cool stuff. And remember, click subscribe. You'll get all the other videos that are coming to you in the future. There's more to come. Hey guys, that's all I have for today. Thanks again so much for stopping by. Take care. Later. Peace.